Hello! In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this basic house design I had made. As you can see, the design kind of relies on the idea that you're going to use one type of wood, but it is also very customizable, so if you want to use multiple types of wood, nobody can stop you. I'm going to be building this in creative, but this also shouldn't be too hard to make in survival. And it can be used as like a house to live in, but it also can be used for other things. For example, this one, while slightly different, you'll notice there's no windows, is a library instead of a house. Now if you look at this lineup, you'll probably notice that we're missing one type of wood, that being oak. I figured it's the most standard, so it would be a good bet to use for this video, so as to not be controversial. I know people don't like certain types of wood. If you want my personal recommendations on the best ones, obviously I like cherry blossom, that's what I made my house with. The pale oak one also looks nice. Mangrove looks pretty okay. Crimson looks nice. Spruce is alright. Birch is good. Warped is good. Don't make your house out of bamboo. This is so butt ugly. If anybody has any suggestions for like resource packs that make bamboo look less ugly, please let me know. Anyways, once you've decided where you want your build to be, I'm going to be making it at the end here. You are going to need logs, stripped logs, planks, stairs, fence, door, chains, regular glass panes, and then a colored glass pane of your choice. I think to start with this one, I'm gonna try brown, but I might change it to something else once I see what the build actually looks like. To start off the front of your build, we're going to be going from left to right. You're going to want to put down a stripped log, followed by 2 stairs, a plank, and then in front of the plank you put a stair. Going back next to the plank, you're going to put a stair. You're going to repeat that plank and stair combination again. Going next to the plank, you're going to put 2 stairs, and then you're going to put a stripped log. Now coming around to the side, you are going to put down 7 stairs, followed by a stripped log. And you are going to repeat this step across all sides until you eventually connect back to the front. And that is going to be the basic size of your house. It's, I think, a 9x9 thing. Now, going into this little floor area, you're going to want to put 3 planks on each side on the front, and then a stripped log in the middle where your door will be. And that's going to be on the front side of your house on the inside of the floor. And then you are just going to simply fill in the rest of it with planks. Now that you have the base of your house, you are going to want to take out your logs, your regular logs, not the stripped ones, on the inner corners of each corner. So this is the outer corner where you can see the outside of it is. So going diagonally in one to this place, you're going to want to put 6 logs, and you're going to just want to do that on each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you have done that, you are going to come to the front, or any side, it doesn't really matter, but I would recommend, if you're doing it in survival, to just go off of whatever pillar you finished last, and you're going to want to use stripped logs to connect all 4 of them at the top. So this is the outline of your house. Now, coming to the front, you're going to want to come to the bottom and put a plank. And then you're also going to want to put a plank on the other side. And then here where your door is going to be, on each side, if your door is right here, you're going to go up 3 with your stripped logs. And then you're going to want to connect them in the middle at the top with another stripped log. This is where your door is going to be, and you can place your door now if you so wish. Now, going on the layer above the door, you are going to want to put a row of planks. Starting from that same row on the same level, you're going to want to do the same thing to all of the other sides. So you're going to have this kind of ring of planks around your house. And similarly to that, you're also going to want to put a ring on the bottom layer on all sides around your house. Although again, like I said before, that's malleable, I didn't do that with my library. You do not have to put all of the windows if you don't want to. That's just the base design for it. Now, you're going to want to come to the top, and on this very top layer, one block outside of it, in line with the bottom ones, you're going to want to put a ring of stairs. And you're going to want to put stairs around your entire house so that they're sort of overhanging at the edge. Now, coming on top of that, you can look at where this inner ring is. It should be denoted by your logs. And you're going to want to put more stairs on top of those, all around your house. Then you are going to want to simply fill in your roof on this top layer with planks. You are going to want to come to each corner of your house, look up at this top part, and put a stripped log kind of in the same line parallel with this. And you're going to want to do that for all 4 corners. Put a stripped log on the little overhang. And then, you're going to want to take your chain and put chains connecting the top and bottom logs. If you're in survival mode, it may be easier to use fences for this. You could also obviously exchange chains for like fences or end rods or whatever. Anything with this sort of like middling shape. You could do glass panes, I think, even. Again, this design is made to be very customizable. Now, this is all well and good, but we do need our windows, and we're also going to touch on the front. So for the windows, you're just going to want to go around, and don't touch the top part yet with any windows, but all of these lower ones, you're just going to want to put regular glass panes, including these 2 sides on the front that are a little smaller. And you're just going to want to fill in all of these windows with your glass panes. And now, for the top little row that we left empty, you're going to want to take your colored glass panes, and you're going to want to fill them in. I'm deciding whether or not I like the brown. I think I'll leave the brown. I can't think of a better one. There's not really like a beige. I could put gray, but that would look slightly off. I'm just going to leave the brown. Anyhow, you're going to want to put your colored glass panes in that top row. Now, we are nearly done. For the front of your house, for the little doorway, right above the door, you're going to want to put a stair. And then you're going to want to come to each side of the stair, and facing it from the side, you're going to want to place another stair so it has this sort of like curve in it. It doesn't have to look like that. If you don't like that, you could also just make it like that. I don't like the way that looks. I like the dynamic of the sideways ones, but it's, again, up to you. And then, very simply, you're going to want to put your fences there. And as the last touch to the base building design, you're going to want to come inside, and you're going to see this weird, awkward row of stripped logs. From the bottom, you're going to want to face up, and you are going to want to put another ring of stairs, kind of facing inwards, all around the roof of your house or whatever other building it is, and you're going to want to put that. Now, if you just wanted the base building with none of my other stuff added in, then that's it. The tutorial is done. However, I'm going to add a few small things, and I'm going to show you what those are. For one, inside, and you're going to see I have it for other houses, I'm going to make a chandelier. This is very simple. You're going to want to come and look up, find the middle part of your roof. With these stairs, it should be pretty obvious. It's this darker patch right here. And you're going to want to put 2 fences, and then going around the fence on each of the 4 sides of the fence, you're going to want to add another fence. You don't want to connect them, you just want these 4 pieces sticking out. Then you pick a lantern. I like using soul lanterns, but I feel like for this build, a regular lantern would work better. On each of those 4 overhanging parts, you are going to want to add your lantern. And now you have a little chandelier, and it's keeping your house lit. And now, for the exterior stuff, I'm going to grab this 4-sided wooden log, planks, fence. You're going to want to get a hanging sign, and you can get a shovel or a path dirt. I think it's easier if you just use a shovel. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your shovel, and you're going to want to shovel out in between and around those two overstepping steps. Going outwards, you're going to want to go out by 3. And then you're just going to want to do that for the whole little area. And then in the front, you're going to want to kind of make a corner, skip this little corner bit, and then do 3 on the inside, like so. You're going to want to take your 4-sided wood. It's kind of tricky, but aim for the dirt that's under these stairs and fill it in with the wood. It's just a little touch to make it a little bit more neat. Then, you're going to want to come from this outermost bit, go parallel to this ending part. I don't know how better to explain it. Go out by 1, break the dirt, put a plank, put 3 fences on top of it. Coming in towards your house, you're going to want to add another fence. And then you're going to, underneath this fence, put a hanging sign. And then you can put whatever the building is right there. And that finally is the entire house. Now, if you want some ideas for internal decoration, I'm going to show you my house because it's the most decorated. As you can see, I have a bed. This is a resource pack, but I can actually probably find the resource pack. What's it called exactly? Fancy Beds by Agenty 511. If you were wondering, it makes your beds have cute little blankets on them. You can see what all of them kind of look like in my menu here. Anyways, I have some basic appliances. I have a pink shulker box as my storage to kind of fit in with the rest. I also have a shulker box here. And then I even gave myself, you can see I have soul lanterns, I even gave myself a little underground area. And down here I have all sorts of things. I think this is a smithing table, stone cutter, brewing stand, crafting table, jukebox, anvil. I have lanterns in the walls. You can see I filled out the walls. This is a resource pack entitled Enchanting Reimagined, Enchanting Reenchanted by Ridge however you say that. It makes your enchanting tables look more dynamic and cool. If you were wondering, I don't want to seem like I'm gatekeeping my resource packs. So if you wanted some ideas for internal decoration, there you go. As far as like a building, I can show you the inside of my library again. As you can see, I have the lantern. I have chiseled bookshelves so I can write and put in actual books, but there's also regular bookshelves on the side, some lecterns, and I also put some carpeting. It's a decent amount of space. It's also like a fairly easy early survival build if you're wanting a pretty but also fairly basic early survival house. And yeah, that's how you make this. I don't know what I'm going to even call it. I guess starter survival house, starter house, basic house. That's how you make this building design. Have a nice day.